Is it just me, or do the Harbor Freight sales keep getting better and better? We got a leaked parking lot sale first week of March, 3 weeks out. Some of it's all right. Some of it's just like, yeah, okay. There's some huge doozies in this one. We're going to talk about it. So let's jump into it. Here's the details. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's the March 3rd through March 6th. You got to be inside track. If everyone else, you got to go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7, 8, and 9. This is what I keep saying. I remember I don't get paid by Harbor Freight. I don't even get affiliate dollars from Harbor Freight. And I certainly don't get paid for telling you guys to be ITC. But if you're going to shop at the freight, brother, not only is it going to pay you in the long run, I mean, it's a $30 membership or something like that, but it's going to get you that early access. And these big, just ridiculous sale items, they'll be gone. They'll be out of stock by Friday. That's sorry about your luck. If you choose not, if you're one of these guys like, I'm never paying or something, that's fine. You do you, but don't complain to me when you can't get the items that are the huge sale items. That's the way they set this up. It's the same thing Costco and Sam's and all those other clubs do. So that's just the way the world works, brother. Anyway, here we go. First one, we got the microfiber cloths for $3.69. Those are decent. Metal ammo can for $10. I'm a plastic ammo can guy. It's just a texture thing. The plastic tarp there, that's decent. The drill bit, nice disposable drill bits. The protective case there, 2800 protective case for $18. That's 40% off. Check this next one out. 500 lumen LED slim bar work light. Normally this thing is $30. On sale, it's usually around like $19, $18 maybe. It's $14. $14. I keep this thing next to me. I use it all the time. I love this. You got the light on the end. You got the nice bar light. It flexes any kind of way you want to go. It's got magnetic, on the end. So that's where I store it. It's right on my metal cabinet. I just knocked everything over because that's the way I do things. Anyway, fact is, I love that light. It's a go-to kind of light. And at $14, I would be buying probably several of them. All right, let's keep going here. We got the Predator 3500 super quiet generator. This has been the go-to Rockstar RV emergency power generator, the go-to one. $600 is a great price on that. I will say this, now that they got the 5000 out though, and it's dual fuel and it's electric remote start, it's more, and maybe it's worth waiting for a sale for that. But if this is all you need, if a 3500 watts is going to be good for you, then just go with this one. This is a great price on this. You got, spring storms and stuff coming up. It may be time for you to invest in a generator. Every home these days, I feel the way the power grid's going, needs a generator. This is not a bad generator, okay? Let's keep going here. We got the 42-inch by 22-inch roll cab, probably the king of the home gamer carts. It's the Series 3, comes in that lovely gray. Trust me, the pictures don't do it justice. You got to see it in person. But if you want to be a rock star, you got to go with the white cabinets. You know you do. You know you do. Anyway, the Icon scanner. Harbor Freight sent the scanner to me, and I got to tell you, it's way beyond me. It is way beyond the stuff I'm going to do. This is a professional level scanner. So if you're a professional, maybe a value pro, or maybe just a super high-end prosumer kind of dude, for $790, this is just a kick-ass scanner, okay? Now let's talk about that floor jack. This is the quintessential, just go-to, bare bones, nothing fancy, gets the job done, 3 tons without a sweat there. It'll do it, $90. You don't have to buy the Daytonas. Yeah, they're pretty, they're sleek, they got some of the extra features, but if you're just going to be doing the basic stuff, this thing will get your truck or whatnot up in the air, and at $90, it'll do it at an affordable price. All right, the next page here, I can say bottom of the first page, this is where it's going to get crazy, okay? First thing we see is 30% off all Hercules corded power tools. All of them. All Hercules corded power tools. That I could go on for days about that one. 30% off corded power. You're talking about they have a great circ saw. They have the whatchamacallit, corded power tools. That's the new planer, right? 30% off the new planer. 30% off the table saw, the miter saw. Insane. Hopefully they're counting benchtop and not just counting like handheld tools. We'll have to wait and see how it all pans out. But the next one's going to just rock your world. All right, you ready? 40% off Quinn. Let me pull it up here. 40% off all Quinn socket sets and ratchets. 40% off. This is insane, okay? Let's just talk about it, all right? So first thing we got to talk about, the Quinn Master Set. It is normally $400 for the Quinn Master Set. You're now looking at $240. $240 for this set is just bizarre. I don't know what's going on. It's insane pricing. You gotta, well, okay. I'm not gonna say you gotta jump on it because I do have some caveats with the Quinn Master set. About half the sockets are 12 point. The ratchets are not as good as the current Quinn ratchets you get in the other sets and stuff. It's not quite as good, I think, as buying the individual items or the individual sets. And let's talk about that because I am a raging fan bear, if you would, for the master sets. And what I'm talking about here is not the, what is this? This is the master technicians. I'm talking about these socket sets, okay? I think by far, and I've been working with them for a while, I think by far they are the best bang for the buck that you can get. And what you're looking at here is this set, you got a half-inch set, it's 150. You got the quarter-inch set for $50. You got the 3/8. Now it's currently on sale for $80. That's only 20% off. Who does 20% off? Normally $100. These are insane sockets. I mean, they just have a huge amount of sockets in here. It goes up to like 32 in metric, and it's non-skip, brother. I think maybe the height. No, I think it's non-skip on all of them. You got a breaker bar, you got extensions, you got better ratchets in it. They're all 6 point. And then besides, and this is through all the chrome sets, and then besides the chrome sets, you're looking at the impact sets. I have a video coming out sometime soon where I'm talking about socket organization. You can see me trying to set all these up into the tool cart that I have here. It is for the home gamer, and I know I'm just gushing about this because I think, honestly, if you want to be a prosumer, if you want to get that higher tier home gamer where it's just done, you got everything, these Quinn Master sets, I know Tecton's got great sets. I think Gear Wrench has got great sets. They're fantastic, but when on sale with the convenience of Harbor Freight, they can't be touched. And at 40% off, I know I'm hyped here. I'm hyped. I haven't even had any caffeine. I quit caffeine. Can you tell? Neither can my wife. Anyway, these socket sets are insane. And now if you bought all 5 of these socket sets, all 5 of them, and then I think you're looking at $330 if I did the math right, after the sale price. It is, and you're not, I mean, these are burgeoning on Value Pro level socket sets. And then now we got the parts department here over at Harbor Freight. Granted, the Quinn sockets are not in there. Right now it's only Icon, but time will tell. I think by this summer, maybe this fall, hopefully, fingers crossed, that the Quinn sockets will end up in there because you got a warranty. You go in and don't listen to anybody who says you got to take the whole set in. That's BS. The corporate policy is they have to crack open a set and replace one. But hopefully soon you'll be able to get order a replacement, because how often do you break them versus how often do you lose one? I know what the ratio is to me. And being able to order one off the parts, online parts thing, go check out that video if you haven't seen it. Anyway, let's keep going. I could talk about this all day long. I seriously could. Anyway, let's keep going back here. So 50% off Hardy gloves, time to stock up on those. The Vulcan Omni Pro 220, probably the best welder that Harbor Freight sells, $250 off, taking it down to $850. The Bauer drain cleaner there, it's coming down $100 down to $200. The Portland pressure washer, there are better pressure washers out there, but there's hardly cheaper ones, and for the money, at $70. That's the buy it now price. The Badlands ZXR 12,000 pound truck SUV winch wire rope. Not quite the Apex, if you would, but it's close. And at $280, that's a great price on that. We got the Predator 212 for $100. That's, again, boy, we're seeing a lot of pre-pandemic kind of pricing here, because that's the old school sale price, $100, and that's been gone for a while. Seeing that at $100 makes me happy. All right, then we got the tire inflator for $10. I'd pass on that. The wall lights, those are okay. They work all right. The wobble extension, I've always been a big fan of that wobble extension for $10. The hardwood dollies, I use those for all sorts of things. Of course, I'm a huge fan of the bags. $5, it's a decent sale price. The the dual temp heat gun there for $10. That's a standard sale price, but it's a good pickup there for those of you who like it. Let's keep going. We're going to jump over to the next page. We got zip ties. We got the security bit for $8. Okay, the tire, the moving blanket, the hex shank. You always need more of those. Might as well grab them. That and the step bits. Might as well grab them while you can. Let's talk Bauer. We got the Bauer combo kit there. The drill, the impact, 2 batteries, the charger for $85. If you're okay with the brushed stuff, that's a good kit to pick up. I don't think, I was going to say, I don't think it's the brushless. It's the brushed, I'm pretty sure. And then we got here the brushless, cordless, high torque impact wrench for $100. It's back to $100. That's a good sale price. The sander for $20. That's good. Good luck finding an orbital 5-inch orbital sander for $100 for $20. You're just not going to find them. The drywall sander, of course, then that's my kryptonite there. You guys have fun with that. The angle grinder, 7-amp angle grinder. That's a nice, just daily grinder kind of thing for $20. The Admiral dual bevel sliding miter saw, it's a good budget miter saw. Harbor Freight sent it to me back in the day. They've got better miter saws, but it kind of replaced the old Chicago, which took a lot of work to get going. The Admiral is a step above for not a lot more money. And then we got, of course, oh my gosh, the Hercules bandsaw stand at $100. Now that's the standard price on that one for $100. I can't tell you how much I love that thing. I'm going to be buying another one just so I don't have to convert back and forth. There's a table you can get that comes with the kit, and you can insert it so when you have it vertical, you've got actually a little work table. I don't want to have to take the table on and off every time I want to convert it back and forth. So I'm just going to buy a second one. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. And 40% off all the cutting and grinding wheels. 40% off. I tell you, there's some smoking hot deals. There's some things I'd pass on. There's some mediocre deals, but some of the hot deals on here are just insane. So let's keep going. Now we're going to go on the next page. We got the corded drain cleaner there for $80. The random orbit polisher. Again, pros use this all the time, $40. That is a buy it now price. We got the Banks nailer there for $20. That's a step above that old Chicago pneumatic one. Definitely go with that at $20. The retractable hose reel for $60. That's not bad. The Avani airless paint sprayer there. That is a fantastic paint sprayer for $200. I tell you, I'm just a little worked up. All right, can you tell? We got the Fortress air compressor. Not quite as good a deal as we saw before on the 2-gallon. It's $10 more. The 6-gallon there for $190. It's a solid nailer style of compressor. It's not the super, it's quieter, I should say, but it's not as quiet as the smaller ones. Then we got the McGraw. I'm just not a big fan of the McGraw because the smaller compressor, unless you're running a nailer, then almost everything else, there's smaller compressors they'll be quieter, that'll work better, or bigger compressors that can get if you're trying to run air tools that you're going to need. That 20-gallon, 135 PSI, that's starting to get there when we're talking about other power tools, or I should say air tools. But again, I'm not sold on them. Laser thermometer there, $15. Okay, the paint sprayer there, that's a throwback pricing for $10. The plastic sawhorses, those are good secondary sawhorses. They're cheap. You know, if you have like a primary pair and then you're like, hey, I need some extra stuff, those are nice to have. The shop towels, apparently they fixed the shop towels. I've been told that they don't shed red thread like they used to. You guys find out. Then the tape measure for $1.98. Those are nice to have around, kind of disposable. The air compressor starter kit. I'm sorry, $10. Even at $10, I don't think it's worth it. Save up some money. Get the Merlin, right? Merlin, I think it is. Get the blue set, Merlin. It's much better. It's so much better. It's not even comparable. All right, the 4-ton bottle jack. Yeah, all right. The plier set, I hate those plier sets. I pass on that. Decent ratchet set. The rubber chalk, that's for any small trailer kind of stuff. You need that chalk. $5, just grab it. The fuel can, I hate those fuel cans. It's not Harbor Freight's fault. That's the government. And then we got the LED light. Okay, here we go. Badlands ZXR 5000 for a UTV winch or maybe for a utility trailer winch to load things up. That's a good winch for that, okay? Then we got, I'm telling you, throwback pricing, $190 on the 30-inch 5-drawer mechanics cart. And it has all the colors plus plum crazy purple. So you could park it right next to your Mopar. This is a big price, guys. This is a big drop. It's been working its way up to $280. So you have nearly, $90? You have a $90 price drop on that. That is a great price on that. How about the 72-inch box? That's the one Harbor Freight sent over. We've got that one, of course, in white. Now remember, the big boxes don't come in purple yet. Maybe SEMA this year. We'll find out. Fingers crossed. But you're looking at $1,400. That's a buy it now price on that. The aluminum racing jacks for the kids racing their jacks on Friday nights down on the strip. I gotta say, 1.5 ton for $80. I mean, if you don't need that 3-ton. That's a really nice jack, All right, it's lightweight. It's got a handle on the side for you to pick it up, move it and stuff. It doesn't weigh like a boat anchor like the Daytonas do. I got the Daytona. I paid my own money for it. I love it. In fact, we got another Daytona coming up. It's a good jack. But if you don't need it and you can afford the aluminum one, life's going to be easier for you, all right? Then we got the 3-ton heavy-duty ratcheting jack stands coming in at was it $28? The 3-ton low-profile rapid pump floor jack there. Now, this isn't the long reach. It doesn't have the quick button on it and stuff, but at $125 for the Daytona, 4 colors there. There you go. The U.S. General peg-style socket trays. Now, I said I got a video talking about socket trays. I have a set like this. It's not from Harbor Freight. It's not my favorite. Now, my issue with it is, A, they feel flimsy, they're pokey and stuff. I don't like them, and I've got some sockets where the broaching isn't big enough on the smaller sockets, and they just sit on top. It's just kind of stupid. But if you like it, let me know if you like that kind of style. Put it down in the comments. All right, then we got next page. We've got the precision snap ring pliers for $50. The premium Icon creeper there for $75. We'll get back to liquidation there. We got the Pittsburgh mechanic set for $100. Not a bad little, I know I'm coming around, not a bad little set to say, throw in the RV or the camp trailer or something like that for, weekends and like where you might run across some tools and you don't want to worry about losing your good tools. Okay, I can see that. And for the person who's on a budget or a fixed income kind of stuff, I totally get it. But if you're looking to step up, that is not my favorite tool set. Next to that, we got this, the Hallmaster 1720 capacity. This is the 48 by 96 Super Duty folding trailer. Okay, I know we're all talking about the new trailer, but this is $500. It's $50 off. It's a folding trailer. If you don't need the big trailer, or if you want a trailer that when you're not using it folds, and if you don't understand, it's got like feet on the back right behind the wheel. They have casters on it. So the whole thing sits back on those casters and it folds up. And then you can like roll it up against a wall and get it out of the way. So not everyone's got a place to park a trailer. And if you don't, and you only need it occasionally, this might be the build for you. At $500, it might be worth it. Okay, we got the Viking jump starter. Again, unless you're like tending a fleet of cars that constantly need jump starting, and it's got the inflator built in. I mean, at $70, but it's only a 1,000 peak amp. I don't know. I like the little portable jump starters, the little lithium ion ones. I just like them better. They're more convenient. I can carry them around in my car. This is, I got my Suburban. I had one I used to keep in my Suburban before the little portable ones got so common. I don't know. Is there still a market for those? And then next to that, we got the Centec automatic battery charger with engine jump starter. Now, this is more of a maintainer, the whole 9 yards. And for $129, it might be worth it for you. Down below, we got the telescoping magnetic pickup tool. Get a bunch of them because they're going to break. The screwdriver set, I hate that screwdriver set. I've said it many times. The horizontal E-track, you're building one of these new trailers, might want to think about that. Brake bleeder kit, I'm not a big fan of that one. The aluminum work light, decent little work light. Of course, we got the magnetic towing lights if you need those. All right, next page, we got the premium batteries, the blue batteries. I'm not a fan of the yellow batteries. The blue batteries are the bomb. We got the parts kit. Look at the medium portable parts. I got to slow down. Medium portable parts storage case. It's 40% off down to under $6. The Riv Nut Setter. That one is nice. I have the old one. It's hard on the hands. It doesn't have those big grips on it. Trying to squish that sucker down. It's not the best thing in the world. Get this one. This is going to be way nicer for you. All right, we got the drop cloth. We got the silver tarp. The silver tarp's the way to go, brother. The garden hose. Yeah, okay, the garden hose. Titanium Easy Flux for $120. That's an okay price. The multiprocessor for $600. Again, that's an okay price. We got $40 off on the welding table. Nice welding table there. All right, then we got the Chicago Electric for $100. That's a flux welder. For $20 up or more, you can get the titanium. I say save up and get the titanium. The welding helmet, it's a decent welding helmet. It's not the best welding helmet, but if you're on a budget, it'll do the job. Here we go. The 9500 Super Quiet Inverter Generator with CO Secure for $1,800. That is a buy it now price. How much of a good buy it now price? We bought it ourselves with our own money. Harbor Freight sends us tons of stuff for testing, this and that. We're not waiting around. We want to have the best we can get for our home, for backup here up here in Montana, because we get some storms. We get bad storms in the winter. We get bad storms in the spring. Summers are pretty cool. All right, but we paid our own money for that, and I think we paid more than that, and it was on sale. So that is definitely a buy it now kind of price. Next to that, we got the 9000, not inverter, but that's a lot of juice for that much money, for $700. Semi-trash pump there for $229. Let's keep going here. We got the corded pole saw for $50. The kite there, 12 by 20 foot kite. I live in Livingston, Montana. It gets a little breezy up here. We can't use these things. Maybe you can. Have fun with that. We got the workbench there, 60 inch. This thing, I was a non-believer in this workbench until I went over to some friends' houses who have these. And once you bolt, don't go by what's in the store. Bolt it up right. After you've had it for a couple months, go back, tighten up some of the loose bolts, and it's fantastic. I've seen a great setup where they get 2 of these and they bolt them together back to back, and it makes a fantastic work surface. All right, the 5-tier shelf for $40. The cart. Then we got the 20-ton shop press, $50 off, down to $200. The parts cleaner, it's a decent parts cleaner there for $140. I still hate the chairs. I think they're too short. Some people like them. The Vanguard 100-foot 10-gauge cord. That is a big cord, big thick cord. Run a lot of power through that. It's got the lighted ends just like I like. $110 on that one. The 24-foot LED string lights. Great mood lighting for outdoors, but I've had guys say that they use them when they're doing interiors. When they're like, you're tearing apart a kitchen and redoing it, well, you don't have any lighting, right? So they'll get this and string it up around the ceiling, and it just gives great diffuse light in the room where you're redoing it. It's an idea. All right, the hex key set, you know I hate those. Not a fan of that transfer pump. The high visibility socket adapters, those are okay. The wire strippers, they work-ish. They're not terrible, but I think they get dull kind of fast. And the ratcheting combo set there for $20. It's okay. It skips a lot of sizes, but for a starter piece or maybe a portable, throw in the truck kind of thing, maybe that's what you need. All right, liquidation sale. Shop early for best selection. 78% off. But remember, up to, right there at the top of the 7, it says up to 78%. Not everything's going to be 78% off. In fact, let's be honest. Most things aren't going to be 78% off. So here's what you got to do. That's what I talk about. You got to get to know your manager. There's stuff that may be marked down where you're like, oh, it's really good, but I kind of blew my budget on the January sale. If only it was a little bit cheaper. Can you do any better? Your manager may say no. They may think, hey, I'm going to get more money out of this or something, yada, yada. Maybe that's the case. But they might work you a deal if you're a nice guy who shops there all the time. And let's talk about what some of the stuff is that's on clearance. I'm going to put a link to the clearance site. Look at that. We got the EcoFlow. It's on clearance right now. $2,200. Pass on the Jackery. You don't want that. But I mean, if you can get, man, can you imagine if you got 50% off on this EcoFlow? That would be insane. All right, how about the Vulcan Pro-TIG welder? We got the smaller trailer. There's a lot of stuff out there that you should be looking at. I mean, there's some great stuff there. Anyway, there you go. Parking lot sale leaked first week of March. I'm going to say it again. For you guys who are like reticent to do the ITC thing, that's how you get those big deals, man. Now that stuff that's like 40, 50, 30% off, you're not going to get that stuff. It's going to be sold out by the time you get there on Friday. Your call, though. All right? If you like what we do here, don't forget to chomp the old like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.